Okay, so as I was scrolling through my Instagram, I kind of realized that I have a pattern while creating character designs that I make character designs based on something. So whether it be birds or songs or nature aspects as characters, I create character design based on some stuff that already exists out there. And since Instagram caption does not have enough room for all my yapping, I realized why not make a YouTube long form video about turning flowers into princesses. But then I remembered that prickly alpaca exists. So if you guys don't know, prickly alpaca is actually an artist. She's a digital artist who has 47 videos on turning things into characters. Think of anything under the blue sky and the sun. She's already turned it into a character. Then you guys but with that being said, let's get started with the thumbnails. So for the thumbnails, I decided to just do a very rough sketch, and I did not even tell you guys what flowers I chose. So the flowers I chose are hydrangeas, lotus, and fuchsia. For the thumbnail of the lotus, I wanted there to be a main motif or like a shape language throughout the whole character design for all three of these characters, but as you will see later, this idea really goes out the bus and it will not happen, okay? Don't get your hopes up. But the main motif was supposed to be this teardrop-ish kind of shape, but it doesn't happen, so I don't know why I'm explaining it to you. But for the personality of this character, I decided that since lotus is this beautiful flower that grows in gross mud and it's known to be resilient and pure, I wanted this character to be resilient and kind of a badass, and just say that, okay, you guys need to know that she's a badass, okay? That's all. Now for hydrangeas. Guys, I really did not do much research, and maybe that's why this character design sucks as much as it does. I really hate this design, and I don't like being such a downer, okay? This is my first video and I'm just saying I hate this character, but when I tell you this character gave me so much stress, it just reduced years of my life, and I have PTSD,
trauma, generational trauma.
But for her personality, I just did a quick Google search which told me that hydrangeas are supposed to represent sadness, grief, and apology. So I wanted to make her this really sad, downer, depressed emo girl who's in high class society. I know it doesn't really make sense, but it's not supposed to, okay? It's quirky like that. And I wanted to give her a violin because that's the only sad accessory that I could think of for her. But that's hydrangea for you. She's just difficult. But now for fuchsia, I noticed that these flowers had these like droopy bits that hang from the flowers, so I really wanted to lean into those. That aesthetic was really appealing to me, so I pretty much incorporated that into everything that I created for this character. For her personality, I wanted to make her a very fun, loving, and this happy character, but when I googled what this flower was supposed to represent, it told me that it was supposed to represent elegance and grace, which I don't know why she's happy when she's supposed to be elegant. I don't know. Those two things can go hand in hand, okay? Let's just think that. Now for the full illustrations, I started with hydrangea, and I really struggled with this one, guys. I started with this god-awful pose, and I don't even know what I was trying to do here and why I did not just let it go after 50 attempts and like 100 crash outs. I did finally land on a pose. Maybe. That's a maybe. Also, like, my initial plan or like, idea for these characters was that there was going to be one accessory per character, like one sort of their unique, special, basically their unique accessory that goes with them, right? But that also went out the window with this character design. I'm telling you, hydrangea, she is the root of all evil, okay? I really hate this character design. But for the color palette, I was very much inspired by the actual hydrangea flowers, as there's not really color variants for the flower. I did do a Google search, but the most popular one were blue, so I mainly decided to make it blue because it makes sense, right? Obviously it does. Also, the flowers are kind of structured and blocky looking, so I really wanted to lean into that and make a dress also kind of structured, and you know, this corseted with this hoop skirt or whatever. I don't know what those are called, but you know what I mean, right? Please tell me you do. Now,
I did finally land on a pose. Maybe. That's a maybe.
guys, I hated the design so much that I had to start over. I could not bear looking at it one more time. But this time, okay, this time, trust me on this, I think it is better. I think this design is better than the previous one, okay? This time I didn't really give her a violin because I actually really, okay guys, confession, I like the Hydrangea thumbnail. Kill me. But maybe it's because of how much I like the thumbnail. I had high expectations going into this, and I just set a high standard for myself and just dug my own grave. So I don't know if I can blame her, but I will be blaming her for all of eternity. But there's not much difference in this character design and the initial one. I just stuck more to the actual thumbnail in regards to her posing and stuff. But her dress did get kind of flattened out in this second illustration, but I don't really think that's that big of an issue. But if you guys think that, please let me know. But now, after all that whining, let's get into the ones that I actually like, okay? For the Lotus character, I did have a few plans already in my mind because Lotus has this great affiliation with South Asian culture, and so I knew I wanted to make her a brown South Asian inspired character, so I lean into that a lot, and I used that inspiration and that image in my head for her dress. So as Lotus is this layered kind of dress, it has this layered petals, I wanted to use a sari, which is a layered South Asian dress, so I stuck to the South Asian theme this time. Okay, I'm on theme for the first time in forever. And also for her jewelries, I decided to give her a nose ring and these necklaces. Okay, but confession, I will admit that these necklaces design are a bit tired and a bit trauma PTSD from the last character design, so I did not really go all out. I do admit that I could have done something else, but I'm not complaining because I think these designs do them justice, okay? I don't think it's that bad and they get the job done. For her posing, I wanted to give her this, you know, wider stance so that she seems more assertive and more dominant, but I don't know if that worked. You guys let me know. And also, I did not let her just carry that sword around because she's supposed to be dominant, right? So I made her actually hold the sword, and the sword is actually pink. I don't know why that happened. It just happened because lotuses are pink. Hello. 1 + 1 = 2. I did flip-flop a lot on her hair color, but I decided to just stick with the thumbnail and then just make it brown. Okay, so the final illustration for this video is fuchsia, and to be honest, I really think that this is my favorite design out of all of these 3 designs that I did. I don't know what I just said. Okay, I meant that this one's my favorite because I think the thumbnail was really spot on and I did not really want there to be a lot of change in it. So I just rendered the thumbnail, if you guys will, okay? You guys can think of it like I just rendered the thumbnail. The one thing that I did change was her hair, because fuchsias have these, like, I don't know, stalks. Like, they have these kind of short dresses, which it was not really showing in her, you know, shape language. So I gave her these long hairs. I almost swore. Long hairs to give her that stocky presence. Also, I found these really pretty purple variants of fuchsia, and so I decided to base off her whole main dress off of those looks. Also, these petals of fuchsia give really flowy, so her dress is flowy, okay? 1 + 1 = 2. Hello. I really said the same line twice. I'm cringing. I also gave her a parasol because in my head parasols are only worn by those people who are fancy and, you know, upper class and elegant. So if you guys wear a parasol, you guys are very upper class and elegant in my mind. But I think that was a really good option because I could play around with the green accent that I wanted her to have. Also, I did not really give her that much of jewelry. I know that she's supposed to be a princess, but there's already so much hanging beads going on with the dress and with the parasol. So I really think that adding even more jewelry on top of that would just distract you guys from the character design. Oh, I don't know why I got so high pitched, but yeah. So that's why I don't have much jewelry for her, even though she is a princess. Okay, don't get it twisted. But with that said, this video is over. I hope you guys are not tired of me yapping all day. But if there is someone watching on the other side, because I don't know if I just spoke to myself for like 15 minutes or there's someone out there who's actually watching it and is entertained by me just talking, please let me know by commenting and subscribing so I know that an actual person liked my video, because that's a wild concept. But if all that nagging is done, this video is over. Okay, bye.